embarrassing. And the reason why it's embarrassing is because we've seen far too many people in the rap game lose their life behind ignorance, behind murder and violence. And we've watched the entire industry and the people who run the industry sit there and have absolutely nothing to say about anything. Wallo from $1 million worth of game has pleaded with Lil Durk to reconsider and come at this situation from a completely different angle.
Waiting for y'all, man. It's a real world is waiting for y'all. And I'm telling you, man, these babies and these women, they depending on y'all. You understand?
Sure. No,
and you know what I mean? And on some real shit, we racing each other. But another again, it's the condition of our mind, and I understand, but I'm telling you, it's something waiting for you. And I don't give a fuck what you going through right now, little homies. You bigger than what you going through, nigga. If you on them perks, you fucked up, shit ain't right for you right now. You the living conditions, nigga, you bigger, that's not you.
Talk to him, cuz.
You're not what the fuck you going through, so just hold on and keep going. Cause I'm telling you, man, I can name 20, 30 niggas and my homies is dead.
Of course, as you guys know, I covered the whole Durk and Youngboy situation. And I was on the internet and I found the video of Wallo pleading with Lil Durk to reconsider. Pleading with Lil Durk to look at the situation from a completely different perspective and to pull away from revenge and to walk away and continue living, enjoying, and experiencing his life to the fullest potential. And the reason why I was struck by it was because not by Wallo's emotion. I was struck by the video because Wallo was one of the first people, if not the first, quote-unquote old head of the industry. And he's not even an industry old head. He's a new face on the scene. He's one of Gilly's homies. And he's growing prominence through the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Wallo, one of the old heads though, he's an older guy, tried to get Durk to understand that the violence wasn't the answer. So many other black men in the industry would have simply looked at the situation and said, man, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't my problem. Niggas constantly trying to play it cool, like children. Wallo put the pride aside and the street nigga persona aside and said, hey bro, you got too much to live for to be throwing it all away behind beef. And he pleaded with this man, damn near crying in front of him, pleading with him to look beyond revenge and to look forward to the future that he built for himself. And it's embarrassing that only one man who's chummy and cool with these rappers has been willing to go that far and bear his emotions the way that he has. It's absolutely embarrassing. And the reason why it's embarrassing is because we've seen far too many people in the rap game lose their life behind ignorance, behind murder and violence. And we've watched the entire industry and the people who run the industry sit there and have absolutely nothing to say about anything. Zero. Nothing to say. Nothing from Jay-Z, nothing from Ye, nothing from anybody else. Everybody's just been sitting here acting like nothing has been happening. Couldn't care less. And these are some of the same people who will come out and talk about the oppression of the black man in America. And yet, either A, derive financial compensation from the promotion of Black Death, or derive emotional compensation, i.e. social media validation from the participation in the cultural norm of us destroying one another. Case in point, the situation between Durk and Youngboy. Wallo has put himself in a precarious position by being emotionally vulnerable and trying to reach into the soul of Lil Durk and trying to reach in and truly grip him and say, bruh, please don't throw it all away. Please don't throw it all away. Because Durk and Youngboy have an immense amount of things to live for. Both Durk and Youngboy. Durk and Youngboy have children. Durk and Youngboy have families before their children, their mothers, their cousins, their aunts probably. They have other people around them that they need to be taken care of. Friends who they can trust that they need to be taken care of. Family members of their deceased homies that they need to be taken care of. Durk has Vaughn's kids he needs to be looking out for. Young boy has the kids of his homies he needs to be looking out for. They both have people they need to be looking out for. They cannot afford to lose it all behind a beef that, in my opinion, has been settled. The Vaughn situation, whether we want to look at it this way or not, has been settled. Vaughn initiated a confrontation. It unfortunately did not go the way that it should have. Nobody should have died that night. But unfortunately, King Vaughn lost his life in the streets of Atlanta. It shouldn't have went that way, but it did. The important thing for Durk in this situation to understand is that the situation is dead and gone. Not, no pun intended, it's dead and gone. There's nothing he can do about the situation now. And the reality is, Young Boy, as much as I like Young Boy is a dead man walking. Not dead in the sense of literally being shot and killed dead. He's court system dead. Young Boy is fighting for his freedom right now. He has absolutely nothing to lose. On top of that, Young Boy is literally losing his mind from being on house arrest. If you think Young Boy isn't tweaking off of being on house arrest right now, you are out of your mind. Out of your mind. It is of the utmost importance that both Durk and Young Boy realize and understand that they have far too much going on up here to be making the most rational and sound decisions at the moment. They both need to step away. Now, what I find interesting about the situation, the most interesting, is the fact that the culture has had ample opportunity to say what Wallo has said, but it has instead opted for entertainment. When T.I. came out, after Vaughn died, when T.I. came out and said, hey y'all, all that killing y'all been doing, keep that over there. Don't bring it over here to Atlanta, because our city is safe, it's abundant, we support one another, we facilitate success, keep that over there. Instead of listening to T.I. and understanding T.I., the culture turned on him and got mad at him. T.I. hasn't really spoken about anything of the sort since, but he should, because T.I. wasn't wrong. And how do we know he wasn't wrong? We know he wasn't wrong because when Young Boy uploaded that picture saying, y'all niggas gonna die with the money, and Durk responded saying, hurry y'all bitch ass up, what did y'all do? Y'all laughed because everything is a joke to us. Everything is funny. Everything is fucking funny. Everything wasn't funny to T.I. T.I. saw the situation for what it was. It's a joke to the rappers and it's a joke to the black community. So since it's so ha 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 funny, how about y'all ha 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 this shit all the way up out of here to wherever it is y'all want to take it at and kill each other over there? Since this isn't a serious situation for y'all. Since it's something that y'all want to continue forever, how about you just take it to a different venue other than Atlanta? And people got mad at him. The black community is in La La Land. The black community is in delusion land. And unfortunately, it takes Wallo damn near crying on camera for people to understand that it's not worth throwing everything away behind. It's not. King Vaughn being a case in point prime example. Threw his everything away behind what? Trying to prove a point by whooping Quando Rondo's ass? What did that do? What did that do? What did it do? Somebody help me understand. What did it do for King Vaughn to whoop on Quando Rondo? It did absolutely nothing but cost him his life. Nothing but cost him his life. And we have to be real enough as a culture to acknowledge and admit that we have handled these beefs and these situations between these black men in a childish manner. And we'll be quick to sit there and say, well, that has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with us. While simultaneously, George Floyd has something to do with us, though. Tamir Rice has something to do with us, though. All these other black deaths have something to do with us, but these ones in particular don't. So let me get this straight. Black lives only matter when white hands take them, is what y'all are telling me right now. Black lives only matter when white hands take that black life, is what y'all are telling me right now. As long as we take one another's lives, there's no value on it. A nigga killing a nigga, who cares? It's just niggas killing niggas. Let a white boy kill a nigga. Ooh, he just killed him a nigga. Ooh, y'all are ridiculous. Y'all are an embarrassment. We are an embarrassment to our ancestors. We give no fucks about how we treat each other, but every fuck about how the white boy treats us. It's despicable. It's pathetic. It's childlike. It's sad. And this is why T.I. did what he did and said what he said. Because the black community operates out of an obsession with entertainment at the expense of the community's life. And that you can't deny.